Welcome, Leo. This is your monthly focus for October 2022. Now, we'll start with the astrology. We'll just touch on it really fast. On October the 2nd, actually, Mercury stations direct. And that means that you can successfully go forward with any kinds of plans that you have to make money, new plans especially to make money. Okay, now's the time to act, or within the next week. Okay, you can start shifting your energy, your focus towards investing in yourself, investing in a dream, investing in a goal. On October the 9th, we have the full moon in Aries. Now, that is about your adventures, your travels, but it's your home life might have been suffering, or you're giving too much to home life and you need to spread your wings and fly a little bit more and step into your own independence. So I'm sure there's a little bit of a pull going on, a push and pull, so to speak, with maybe work and career. But I don't think work and career as much as travel and learning things and growing in some way. Oh, we had a card fly out, Leo. What is it? Look at this, the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is here to tell you, especially during, we're talking about the full moon, so I would only assume that this has something to do with the full moon. So the storm has passed. So maybe you can take a chance on yourself. Again, maybe you've been holding back. Maybe you've been simplifying your plans, your travel. And maybe it's an end to that kind of behavior and really stepping into something. Or it could be that you already have all the abundance you need. That you need to feel the peace and the quiet and the calm. That you've been through the storms. Maybe you've been through storms of past relationships, and now it's time to find the peace and harmony within the relationship and kind of turn off a little bit of your learning and travel adventures that you've been on. So we'll leave that off to the side so that you can maybe meditate a little bit on it. You know what? I'm going to put it back in to see if it comes back out again. I was told to. Okay, so I wasn't finished with the astrology. That's why. We weren't going to get into the cards yet. Jupiter will go into your 8th house towards the end of the month. So that is, you know, you've been putting in for a bank loan or a mortgage, or I would think, or you get gifted money. That could happen, but you have to make some kind of large investment, or you have to, maybe it has something to do with, you know, your plans that you have to maybe invest money in yourself or in a dream or with the bank or whatever it might be. That now towards the end of the month, everything's starting to come together. So don't be too fast to rush into spending that money to make your dreams happen. You might want to give it a little bit more time and thought, because Jupiter is going to come in there and help you with it. Okay, so know that there's going to be help there for you. And it might allow you to buy the best of the best. Maybe you're trying to, you know, you really like the best, but you can't have the best right now. So you kind of have to go without some features in order to downgrade yourself to a level that you're comfortable with. So that money might open up to you in one way or another. And we have the solar eclipse, and that's really about home and family. That, you know, you could be, and it's new beginnings, so it could be a new relationship. The home changes, somebody comes in, somebody new. It could be a birth, it could be somebody marrying into the family or moving into your space. It could be a best friend as well, right? People that we love in our life. But it definitely has to do with our home. We could be relocating, we could be moving homes. Definitely looking for a new home, or something feels more like home than home actually did. And then I believe Mars, we can't forget about Mars. Mars is going retrograde at the very end of the month, like October 30th. Now, that's friends. That's groups. So you might not have as much energy as usual for that get together and social experience that Leos are well known for. So the majority of you are very social, beautiful people out in the world. You just make life a lot more fun. To be in the environment with a Leo is always a good time. Always a good time. So they bring in the laughter and the joy and the celebration. They make you smile. So it's okay. It's okay. And, you know, so if you're dating and stuff, you're really not going to have the energy to really step up to, and you don't want to invite in a lesser energy, right? So maybe put dating off for now and then turn that more to yourself and more inwardly than outwardly. And if you're in a relationship, slow it down. Slow it down. Spend time with each other. Hit the pause button. Okay, because you're not going to have the energy to really throw into it. So it's movies, sitting on the couch and eating popcorn and drinking beer or something. I don't know, or drinking wine or drinking tea or whatever you're drinking. Water. Drink some water. So now, if you're planning, you know, growing a relationship, then there's a potential that you could be moving in together or making the commitment to move in together. That could definitely be in the cards for those of you who fit into that little box within the universe. So, but there could be, you know, it's really about this month, it's about financial benefits or using finances to your benefit. It could be your cash flow increases, or maybe there's some kind of cash windfall, or it could be gifted to you. Definitely situations, events in family, in home, in your personal security and feeling safe in your environment. And it's being able to make it safe. It's understanding that there are choices available, regardless of where you're sitting. Maybe breaking through that glass ceiling to see how you can feel safe in your world, in your home, in your environments. Because the new moon is beautiful energy, and it is an eclipse, so we will all notice something going forward. But pay attention to home and family. Okay, so cut the cards here. And our shadow card is, look at this, the Eight of Cups appears. The camera's not there. The Eight of Cups appears. I do that once in a while. Watch the flame. The Eight of Cups appears. So this means that sometimes we have to, this is leaving. This could be leaving home. This could be leaving home for the very first time, being the independent traveler in the universe. Okay? You know, now you're going to have to make sure that there's food in the fridge. You're going to have to pay the bills. You're going to have to do your own laundry. You're going to have to cook for yourself. It could definitely be that. You could be leaving a community that you love and you cherish, and you're going to live across town or perhaps even in another country. So there's things that you do love that you don't want to necessarily part with in your life that is going to come. And really, you just have to go with the flow. You have to believe that you're supposed to go in this direction for a reason, that there's more positives than negatives. Okay? It could be about the actual environment you're leaving. It could be pets. It could be people. It could be just feeling safe in that environment. Now you're going into a brand new, and it's just not going to feel as comfortable until you get used to making it your own. Okay. And that might be where I was getting that safety issue from. Just the process of moving into a new location. You kind of have to make it your own. It doesn't feel like home when you first walk through the door. Now we have the Ace of Swords here. The Ace of Swords is telling me that the aha moment, the epiphany. Okay, so maybe you've been thinking about how you could move a new business forward or your investments in a new way, but you really didn't have the know-how, or something comes to you now. The information comes to you, the knowledge comes to you, the clarity comes to you of how to really go forward. So it's like little epiphanies or aha moments, eureka. And just all of a sudden you kind of maybe just get that flash, or you read an article and you get an idea, or you overhear a conversation and you go, hey, I'm going to try that. And it kind of changes your whole path forward. All of a sudden it is doable. It's something that you can step into. So perception, clarity, confidence can come in. So maybe you haven't been feeling all that confident, and now you're feeling stronger. This moment happens. Maybe somebody calls you out on just how great you are, and you hadn't even realized that people were noticing you, seeing you. But something shifts you into a very new direction, and I believe it has something to do with your confidence just soaring at this moment in time. Now we have the King of Pentacles on the other side. This is definitely money, and this is good money. This is taking risk, but educated risk. Okay, we have to think outside the box. Our crown here is a living vine. So we have to think outside the box of the potential of how to make money, of how to grow money, of how to make money, of how to spend it wisely, invest it in yourself, or invest in programs, whatever it may be. But the abundance is great. The abundance is great. Okay. So this is a beautiful omen saying that money, finances are going to get better for you, that there is going to be a flow. So expect that and say that as your affirmation, that money comes to you and flows through you. Absolutely. That's a beautiful affirmation for you to use for the month of October. Now for money, career, finances, look at this. The Lovers shows up. So this is about a passion. This is about a dream. This is about a desire. I could see you starting a business, joining into a business, partnering with somebody maybe, but definitely you fall in love with something. You have a passion for something. You're embracing it, and you want to grow it. You want to nurture it. You want it to make it your own in some way, in some form. For love and relationships, we got the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is, where is your focus? Where is your attention? Okay. So I think your focus really needs to be on you this month. Maybe your family, that, we are in love here, so it could be your focus is more on the family, but you as well, and making sure that you are giving yourself enough love and appreciation, that you know that you are deserving of whatever this beautiful venture is. Okay, because many times we get these ventures pop up, or these opportunities, and we get scared and we don't take a risk on ourselves. This is a time when you embrace that courage, you embrace that strength, you embrace the path going forward. You're saying, yeah, I'm going to marry that dream, that desire. I'm going to live it. I'm going to breathe it. The passion alone is going to motivate me in some way. Focus comes in here in your love life, in your close relationships, in your best friends, and says, where is your focus? Where is your attention? Maybe it's too much towards the dream and the desire, and you've kind of lacked telling people just how much they mean to you. That could be one thing. Your focus could just be on one person right now. You could just have met somebody, or you're just kind of in the honeymoon stage of the relationship, and nothing else matters except for the two of you. And you need to start to expand that focus to the other people in your life. They're missing you. It could be that you don't have time for your friends or your family, or for, where is your focus? Where is your attention? How do you make those relationships stronger, more durable? Because of your focus, because of your attention. For your spirituality card, we got the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands kind of says you kind of know how to go forward here. Okay, so it's through believing that God, your angels, your spirit guides, the universe, the cosmos, that it will all happen in its own divine timing. And you need to believe that it's not wishful thinking, it's expectation that it's going to come to life, that it's going to be a reality, it's going to be your reality, and it's going to be your best life ever at the end of the day. And it happens one step at a time. And so through the month of October, I can see you taking several of these steps in order to make it so that you can go forward with the strength, with a balance, and when I say balance, maybe it's more of a grounded energy rather than a balance, although that wand came down and kind of split, and there's action involved here. Okay, in order to get this new experience, this new opportunity, or step into it, you have to do something here. Okay, you'll know what it is. I don't, and it could be different for each and every one of you. And you're contemplating how to do this. But there needs to be action behind it, okay? There needs to be some kind of action or force, momentum or creativity, or maybe you just see the potential of it. But it's about getting enthusiastic about this dream, this desire of where you wanted to implement yourself or to grow the cash flow, how to make money in one way or another. Maybe it's taking a side job. Maybe it's going and asking for that promotion or that raise. So there's a little bit of thought that has to go into this. And we kind of knew that with the king coming out here, right? We can take a risk, but it has to be a very educated risk. The Ace of Wands comes in and says, well, you have to connect with God, your angels, and your spirit guides too. You have to connect with the cosmos. You have to dream it. You have to see it. You have to get excited about where you're going and what is going to manifest in your life. What you can see in your mind or better. Okay, and health and well-being. Look at this. We got the High Priestess. You're filled with magic this month. Okay, there's nothing wrong with health and well-being. Absolutely not. We didn't do a shadow card, so we'll do that now. The High Priestess is here for you to sit and contemplate the magic that is already resides within you. Your talents, your ability, your sparkling personality, the sparkle in your eyes, whatever it may be, your talent, just your thing, okay? And really see that as a magic and a potential of utilizing that magic to go forward in your path. Also, this card shows up to say there's magic all around you. So yes, affirmations, dreaming, really step into the potential of what can happen. Remember, Jupiter is going into a place in your life where you could receive a financial gift. You could get that mortgage. They approved the loan, whatever it might be. Or maybe it was a necessary purchase that you needed to make and it's just the perfect deal and you couldn't have done better if you tried harder. So it's about allowing the magic into your life. It's about embracing the magic that's around you. It's about noticing it. It's about seeing it. It's about giving thanks when it happens in your life. And an expectation that magic is always going to work in your favor. Absolutely. Okay, our shadow card was, I'm sorry. Oh, look at this, the Chariot. The Chariot was at the end here telling us to pull it back a little bit until we have a little bit more information. We don't want to just go right out of the gate, especially since I said, Mercury's going direct on October the 2nd. Mercury is still walking through part of the shadow and will continue to do, I think, for a good solid week, okay? So pull on the reins a little bit. Think through what you really want to do, how you want to create that money flow in your life, okay? And yes, it could come by pure magic. But chances are you might also need to have a plan, and that is probably the best way of convincing the heavens that you will do whatever it takes in order for your dreams to come true. Okay, I am using the Rose Oracle, and I've just kind of given up on trying to incite what the card means. It doesn't give me a lot of information to talk about, so I'm going by the book right now. But it is beautifully written, so I hope you do enjoy it. Okay, let's cut these cards. And remember, when you are watching, especially tarot card readings, because if you're watching an astrology reading, they're talking about the moon and the other planets, but with tarot, people just think it's the sun sign. And most tarot card readers, even if they're unconscious of it, actually do read the reading for not only your sun sign, but your moon sign and your rising sign. What planet was coming up on the horizon? With it might have been the sun rising for some of you, but for others of you, it was a different planet. And knowing what that planet is has such an effect on your life, and understanding that planet moves you forward in so many ways that you didn't even know. You ever listen to a horoscope or something, and especially if you read it in the paper, that little left, that is only your sun sign, right? So you might not, because your moon sign might be the sign that this month is really on fire and triggered by a lot of energies and transits. Or it could be your rising. So, okay, so the wastelands, sustainability, slow down and tend your garden. Now, can you see that? It's kind of, I almost have to hold it up, but I don't want the card to catch on fire either as I'm reading from the book. So maybe I'll hold it about there. But the wastelands. Okay, let's go to the back of the book, to the W's, the wastelands. So the soul inquiry for this card is, what way of being is no longer sustainable to you? So there's a 13th century French myth in the form of a poem called the Elucidation. Elucidation. Elucidation, maybe? That tells the story of a king who abuses the land he's supposed to be guardian of. The king breaks the trust of the well maidens, the spirits who were guarding the wells of the land, and they flee. The waters run dry, the plants wilt, and the land, which was once rich and fertile, becomes barren, creating a wasteland. This is the most powerful card in the entire deck, by the way. It states that this is the most powerful card in the deck, and you've got it. It's a wake-up call for us to stop any destructive behavior that's resulting us in becoming brittle and unable to live in a beautiful, sustainable way. The sacred feminine is abundant. She knows that Earth can provide for what we need, and that she doesn't need to take more than she needs. She tends the Earth around her and within her. She's the keeper of balance and the protector of all living things. The rose has seen civilizations come and go, empires rise and fall. In this card, she's delivering an urgent message to slow down and stop in any way of something that is not being sustainable, that you can do long term. So it's not having that adrenaline and giving it 6 hours straight. It's about pacing yourself and doing an hour every day. Okay? If you don't feel like socializing, getting out, and do not go, okay? Mercury will be going retrograde and you won't have the energy. You won't feel like joining the crowd and putting on the smile. So don't do it, okay? And don't try and fill in the gaps with taking, going on dates and stuff. I really don't. I think it's more of an inner healing for you rather than going out and meeting new people. You're not really going to be all that engaged anyways for the most part, especially towards the end of the month. At the beginning of the month maybe, but definitely as the month goes on, so will your energy for wanting to be in the crowd. So this is your time to use this energy properly and reboot. Okay? So this is a time to slow down, stop anything that is not sustainable, to release anything that's making us brittle, to tend our garden, our bodies, our minds, our spirituality, and the earth around us. So, what way of being is no longer sustainable for you? Because it's time to let that part of you go. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.